And the red corner, it's Chaimongkol, Sidkavee. 20 years of age, he started fighting when he was 10. 5 feet 4.5 inches tall. He's had 36 professional fights for 10 losses and 5 draws. And the blue corner, it's Suwit, Vor.Suteera. 23 years of age. He began his fighting career at the age of 9, 5 feet 4 inches tall. He's had 46 professional fights, 15 losses, 6 draws. Well, they're going down on for the bow in the beginning of his War Crew, then into the Ramue dance. In the red corner is Chaimongkol, and they're also making his gesture on his knees is Suwit. Suwit there performing the War Crew, then starting his full flight dance of the Ramue. Chaimongkol finished a little earlier than Suwit. There's no time requirements, no specifications, up to the individual fighter for how long they want to dance their Ramue. And Suwit taking his time about his, and well, if you were looking at this fight and trying to glean some insight into the outcome, certainly the performance of the Ramue by Suwit was a little better than Chaimongkol. Fighters now going back to have their Mongkong crowns removed. That Mongkong is a sacred crowning of the Muay Thai ring. It's been blessed by 7 temples before it is given to the fighter. And now 5 rounds of Muay Thai commenced, and it's Chaimongkol in the red corner and Suwit in the blue. And getting away to the first kick of the match was Suwit, smacking in the roundhouse aimed at the thighs of Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol now posturing a defensive motion with the T push kick. And then he gently delivers a kick to the body. Oh, is Chaimongkol. Suwit there, T push kick. Well, this first round of Muay Thai is typical of many contests. They're a little slow. It's more of a tactics round here. There's no solid blows intended. It's more probing attacks. You can see there, T push kick by Suwit, and then finish up with a swinging roundhouse aimed at the knees of Chaimongkol, and they did connect. Now Chaimongkol jabbing at Suwit as Suwit stands back and sizing up Chaimongkol. There he comes in now, jabs and then feints a kick. The referee signals and has a look at Suwit to tell him to get serious about the fight. And he does, as he lets fly with a roundhouse to the body and then goes down with a low leg kick. And that one had a fair bit of power on that kick of Suwit there. You saw the way Chaimongkol felt that blow, the way his knees buckled a little. And now Suwit comes in and delivers a knee, the first knee attack, and lands it right in the midriff region of Chaimongkol. So Suwit again comes in with the roundhouse to the body and pointing his knee dangerously at Chaimongkol. And Chaimongkol now very much in defence, as Suwit making all of the play at the moment. Suwit in the blue, Chaimongkol in the red. Now Chaimongkol advances forward with a kick and then a T-push kick, but a solid punch by Suwit. But unfortunately for him, he couldn't stay standing on his feet and slipped at the psychological time, and he couldn't continue on from that punch that did strike. Now he comes in with a probing roundhouse kick to the body. Chaimongkol stalking now onto Suwit. Chaimongkol T-push kick. Chaimongkol lets go with that roundhouse again. Still very much a situation of testing here at the moment. There's no real solid blows have landed in that first round. Suwit in the blue corner was doing most of the solid strikes. And And there's the defence of Chaimongkol kicking down Suwit. But more, as I said, in calling that particular first round, that it was more of a slip. It was not through the blow of Chaimongkol that Suwit has found himself spread-eagled on the canvas. Now Suwit comes in with the strong roundhouse kick, and Chaimongkol standing back now from him. There's Suwit again with the sweeping roundhouse kicks. Chaimongkol nicely delivered there, got inside the guard of Suwit. The referee telling the fighters to speed up the motion, not happy. But as I said, this is more of a probing. It's still probing. They're not really getting down to the action at the moment. And there's Suwit now stalking in on the Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol defends, then comes in with a knee attack. Grapple for the first time. Nicely done by Suwit in that exchange, and Chaimongkol had his legs cut from underneath him with those solid kicks of Suwit. Suwit now continues on by stalking and using those probing push kicks. That again was more of a slip by Suwit rather than the force of Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol now stalking in on the Suwit. Referee using that word chop means get in and box. And by box he means fight in all the rules of Muay Thai. That's with the knees, the elbows, the fists, and of course the kicks. Now Suwit letting go with lefts and rights, and Chaimongkol backing off as Suwit aims hard with those leg kicks. Now into the grapple. Here's where the knees come in. But Suwit happy to go punching. Really putting some pressure on the Chaimongkol at the moment. Low leg kick by Suwit as he stalks now and on the Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol goes for the grapple. Let's see who scores with the knees. Knee by Suwit. And again. And then Suwit decides to break and goes back for those leg kicks again. Those leg kicks and punches are starting to hurt Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol in a spot of trouble now as Suwit advances onto him. Elbow attempt by Suwit right on the bell. And that was looking very dangerous there for Chaimongkol. He was in a certain amount of bother there from Suwit's harsh punching power. It really came in hard on to Chaimongkol in the latter stages of that round. Round 3 coming up. And now we move into the midway through the fight. And there he goes again with those low leg kicks, Suwit. Attacking hard and again going downstairs with the leg kicks. Chaimongkol decides to go grappling. And Suwit obliges by putting the bear hug onto him. Now it's a battle of the knees. The fighters get bottled up and the referee breaks. The referee will break that grapple if nothing is happening. There's Suwit advancing, and on that occasion Chaimongkol beat him to the kick. Roundhouse kicks are exchanged, and Suwit bouncing back after he delivers his blow. Showing a healthy respect for Chaimongkol. Now Chaimongkol gets into the full flight of his kicks. Suwit comes in close with the grapple. And he was trying to get his knees working if he can, but swung around by Chaimongkol. Around they go, and Suwit finishes on top of that manoeuvre. Suwit in the blue, Chaimongkol in the red. Suwit doing most of the attacking, goes for the grapple, fires in 2 knees, aimed at the body. Now the grapple continues, referee's allowing it to go on. And then Suwit scores with a knee strike. And back comes Chaimongkol with knees, and there's knee in defence by Suwit. Elbow attempt there by Suwit as he backs off from Chaimongkol, then continues his punching barrage, comes in hard with the knees as well. Knee strike by Chaimongkol. 1-2. There's a response by Suwit. And Chaimongkol advancing right on to Suwit at the moment. Hard punch by Chaimongkol. Knee strike by Chaimongkol. And again by Chaimongkol. Suwit being pushed back. Chaimongkol advances hard onto him with knees. This is better by Chaimongkol now. He's starting to get the upper hand of the grappling, and he's outscoring Suwit with the knees. Transformation this fight as Chaimongkol in the red starts to work out his pattern of kicking and kneeing, and he's got Suwit in the spot of bother now, and Suwit uses the teep push kick to keep him away. Interesting round. Chaimongkol in the red coming back hard with knee strikes and forcing Suwit to re-evaluate his strategy. And we saw him there tentatively pushing out the teep push kick onto Chaimongkol towards the end of that round. And you're watching Muay Thai. Round 4, 2 more rounds remaining. This fourth round is referred to in Muay Thai as the winning round. This is where the fighter who's going to take dominance will dominate. And you see here as both fighters have moved up a cog or two, and Chaimongkol is taking up the challenge that Suwit has issued. He's coming hard on the Suwit now, gets into the grapple. Suwit attacks now with roundhouse kicks. Chaimongkol replies with the same and then goes stalking onto Suwit. Well, this is the pressure point of this fight now. The question's been asked by both fighters, and see Chaimongkol answering to Suwit as Suwit menacingly probes out with the elbow and then again loses his stepping. Referee telling Chaimongkol he has no right to attack once opponent hits the deck. Now the grapple's on. Suwit, too strong, won that exchange easily. Now the grapple again. Elbow by Chaimongkol. Suwit under pressure now as Chaimongkol charges in with the knees. And now Suwit comes back at him with roundhouse kicks. Chaimongkol not to be denied. Gets the elbow right on to Suwit. Then goes punching elbow again by Chaimongkol. Pressure onto Suwit now. Suwit in the blue corner. Goes for the grapple. Puts the bear hug on with the neck hold, and then forces Chaimongkol down and showed his strength once again in the grapple. Chaimongkol and Suwit in the blue corner. The pressure point of the fight, the fourth round. Both fighters fairly evenly matched. Leg grab, ploughed by Suwit, and scores. Suwit, every time that Chaimongkol looks like he's going to challenge Suwit, Suwit sort of regains composure and then shows his dominance. And Chaimongkol, you saw that occasion there with Chaimongkol coming in, but as soon as Suwit decides enough's enough, he's able to put Chaimongkol immediately on the defence. Now Suwit standing back now, a little defensive. Chaimongkol advancing. There's the handlers there trying to work out which way the fight's going over. I have a very, very even now after 4 rounds. Possibly Suwit ahead slightly on points, but not by much. Certainly he is not the dominator. And there they are, deadlocked in the roundhouse kicks, and there's the plough, the leg grab going forward, ploughing his opponent down, and then finishes off with a roundhouse kick, and that was nicely done by Suwit. Classic Muay Thai ploughing. Last round. And Chaimongkol making his charge as well he has to do now. Nicely done by Suwit. Suwit on the attack mostly. Now Chaimongkol realising that he needs to make some impression on the judging now on this 5th round. Suwit under challenge now by Chaimongkol. Chaimongkol advancing onto him. Suwit dancing around. Chaimongkol gets the grappling irons on but takes a hard knee to the body by Suwit. Suwit there brilliantly gets his knee up there, used it as both an attack and defensive measure. Suwit's handlers confident now the way the fight's going. It's up to Chaimongkol to put the pressure onto him, and he's not up to it on that occasion at least. unable to really do anything at all. Suwit now looking very confident. He believes he's ahead on points and he's going to defend his points advantage. And Chaimongkol very weak with his strikes, and that would not impress the judges in the 5th round. They'd want to see a strong Chaimongkol forcing his way onto Suwit, and right now it's Chaimongkol punching but no power. And there's the roundhouse response by Suwit. Now Chaimongkol disappointing here in the 5th round, and there's Suwit dominating with lefts and rights. And look at Chaimongkol, he bowed his head down as if to say, I can't win this contest. And Suwit lets him know that he's still there with roundhouse kicks, looking fresh. And then he backs away from Chaimongkol, telling Chaimongkol to advance. Chaimongkol not knowing what to do, and been an impressive, masterful round by Suwit here in the 5th. Yes, he's dominated here. And Chaimongkol has lost all of his power. Chaimongkol looking like he is a defeated fighter at the moment. He's unable to advance. There's Suwit bouncing around, T-push kick. He's had a good 4th round, and now he's totally in control here in the 5th. So Suwit here cruising to a big win. Stabs out the push kick, and there's a half-hearted elbow attempt by Chaimongkol, and Suwit gets a little fancy now towards the end of the 5th round. Well, smiles on the faces of the Suwit supporters. Chaimongkol fading in the 5th. And Suwit very happy. He knows he's won the contest. And Chaimongkol not up to it in the 5th round. And there he comes in with a half attempt there of a down thrust elbow. And had that one connected, that one would have caused a lot of damage to Chaimongkol. But there he is, the winner on points. And a comfortable winner indeed.